and they've become quite common in my life. But these things are I think what life was meant to be. And our friend is naming some other side effects. Are these for chemotherapy that you're referring to, or because they look like things that can be side effects for a lot of different drugs? Like, oh, that's from Steve. Okay, thank you, Steve. Yeah, anal leakage, diarrhea, headache. Yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah, a joke. Yeah. Well, sometimes those actually happen too. So. A lot of things that we think of as, joking, can actually happen to people when they go and chemical saturate their bodies, and it's very sad. There was one lady. I know we're supposed to be talking about cayenne here. We kind of got off topic, but hey, sometimes these are valuable discussions. So. One lady, and this is uncommon, but it does happen sometimes. She had a tumor on her rectum. They said, we'll do a radiation treatment or two and just blast that tumor, and it'll be very highly specific. It's a very specially focused radiation machine that we're using, and it won't get anything but the tumor. It's safe. It's okay. You won't have any ugly side effects because it's so focused it can't possibly hit anything other than the tumor. And it was on her rectum. Well, turns out that they burnt a hole through her bowel, through the bowel wall, through the other tissue, and she had a hole going from her rectum to her vagina and started pooping out her vagina. This is Dr. Frankenstein territory that medicine has taken us to. And again, that's not real common, but someone's got to be the 1 in 1,000. And it ain't going to be me, I'll tell you that. It ain't going to be me. So, that's why I want to bring you all these tools that you can use to help and heal yourself and your loved ones, like lobelia and cayenne pepper. And remember, cayenne, we make the tincture the normal way, in case you're wondering, with vodka. And that's because vodka by law can only be alcohol and water, and that's it. And grain alcohol, too. Don't ever use, by the way, rubbing alcohol for a tincture, ever. It's a nerve poison, so you don't want to use that. Use grain alcohol like vodka, or if you have it in your state, Everclear or pure grain alcohol, it's almost pure. It's 190 proof, 95%. And you can dilute that half and half with distilled water and come up with something about the same as the vodka. And so we use that as a solvent for our tinctures. And in the amounts that you take it, like 1 dropper full, it's perfectly safe. I wouldn't suggest pouring yourself a tall glass of it, but that's not the dose for any medicinal herb, so you don't need to worry about it. And so remember, apple cider vinegar for lobelia and the vodka for cayenne and most other herbs. So, all right. I think we're just about at our time for today. So thank you so much for joining me. And next time, I think we've just about talked cayenne to death. So we'll. If you have any questions about that, feel free to call in, no matter what herb we're talking about. If you have a question about something we've talked about before, and I'll rehash it for you. But we're going to go on to some other herbs next time. I'm thinking maybe ginger for the next show, and then we'll see where that leads us and where we end up. So join us next time for another lively, informative, and inspirational hour of growing your health. We'll see you next week.
Today's podcast is brought to you by ObesityHotline.com, the silent killer, providing support and encouragement in the prevention of this rising epidemic. Featuring the Body by Vi Challenge. Is there a quick answer to the question? Go to www.obesityhotline.com.
You're listening to Real Coaching Radio, building a positive network.